Hi there, it's me and I'm back, and this is a tutorial for a super cute bracelet. It's called SHEWIT, created by Loom's Passion, Rosie and Nora, and this is SHEWIT is the name of their cat. It's a tribute to their cat, so it's a very nice name, SHEWIT. Okay, this actually reminds me just a teeny weeny bit like the entwined fishtail, and then there's like the French braid of tutorials by A, but just so you know, they actually really created this from a no tutorial, and they are so different. These are actually two different bands, so no confusion there. While French braid is only one side, and also the entwined fishtail is just also one side, and they are made completely different from each other. So before you make any comments, these are completely different bracelets. Okay, so this is the SHEWIT bracelet by Loom's Passion, and if you would like to make it, please do so. Watch continuously. Okay, that just did not make sense. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do is to collect the colors that you would like to use. You can use different colors for this. You can use a mix of this, like what I did here. I think this is the confetti, if I'm not mistaken. One of the few times I get to use it. And I used a gray color underneath so that it kind of has a effect on the outside, which makes the transparency of the confetti look better. And then here I used the different colors, and I used just a single gold jelly for under. Okay, so it really is dependent on you. And for the next one, I'm going to be using black and all my neon stuff. Okay, all the neon stuff. Okay, so it's very easy. So the first thing that you need to do is to get a cap band. Okay, and then get a single band. Okay, now I want you guys to watch carefully, because you might just get confused, but you have to really take note of how I make this. Okay, so the first thing is that you get, well, here's the single band with the cap band, and get both cap bands on again, like that. Reclaim them, then just close it back like that, so you have your cap band still in the middle of the band. So try not to lose it from there, just hold them down like that, so that your cap band's still in the middle. Now you get your first color, but you will get two. So for me, I will be using two. You place these two in the middle, right there in the middle, like that. Okay, now you will remove these two, but reclaim them again. Remove, and then now you let the orange fall under, and then you close again the two bands. So you still have your four bands on top, only you got the orange underneath. Okay, the next step is for you to get another black band, and you will unloop these four, and you will reclaim the first and the last. So unloop, and then reclaim the first and the last. So you will do this step 4 times, including this one, 4 times. So that means if this is the first one, we will add 3 more pairs. Okay, so you get your next pair of color, which for me is still going to be this, because I'm going to be doing 2 colors of each, meaning 2 orange, 2 oranges, and then 2 of the pink. So from there, you add your next 2 again, and then you let the next 2 fall again under. So you remove the first 2, and you let those 2 fall under again, and then you close it again. Okay, so now you're supposed to have bands on each side, which means the second set that you added, you will move one of them to the other side. Okay, because what will happen is that you're supposed to have 2 bands per side, like that. Okay, so every band that you add corresponds to each side, so you have 2 bands per side now. Okay, that's it. Those are the bands that make these 2 bands opening out. So third time, because I said you will do it 4 times, so I will now go to my next color, orange, just place it on top again, and then now let it go under again by removing the first 2. Let the 2 go under again. Oh wait, hold on, I forgot something. See, I'm getting confused. Okay, so sorry. So you will know if you are not done yet because you will see that these two, they're still loose. There's no lock on top, meaning you still have to add the black band again. Sorry, I almost confused you guys. So after you add the two, you lock it again with one single black band. So you get that. And then you reclaim the first and the last again. So the last one and the first one. And then you close. See? Now you go to the third pair, which is this. So you get the third pair, remove the first two again and let the pair fall underneath and then close. Okay? So that's what you have. Once again, you will move one of these to the other side. So you just move it here. Okay? So you now have 3 per side. Look at that. Okay? 3 per side. Okay. Now you will lock that again with a black band. So you get your black and unloop all 4 again and reclaim 1 and 4. 4 and 1 and then close. And the last time you will do it because you need 4 first. Okay? So the last pair, I'll use my orange again. And then I remove this again. Let the orange fall under. And then close it again. Okay. Then I move one of those again. So the new ones I added, move that again to the other side. Okay. And then now lock this top. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then reclaim 4 and 1. 4 and 1. Ta-da! And now you have 4 each. See? 4 on each side. Then you're done. That's the beginning. Okay? So this is the beginning pattern. So, before you move on to the next step, the first thing that you need to do is the beginning now. Okay? This is very easy. After this, you just keep on adding 2 bands, lock, 2 bands, lock, 2 bands, lock. That's easy. Okay? Depends on what color combination you want. It's up to you. It doesn't really matter if you mix bands all over the place. It doesn't matter. One last tip about this. I noticed that if you use dual layered bands, you may just have to pick carefully because the dual layered bands have different colors underneath, right? So when you start twisting the bands, it will be a bit different. Okay, so now the first thing that you need to do is step 1. You will lift the 3 bands. Okay, wait, before we start, always remember that you're supposed to have 4 bands every single time. Always have 4 bands here before you start twisting. Okay, so the first step is, so you check, you have 4 bands, okay? Now you lift the first 3 bands here. You lift it above, okay? Then you get this first and twist it and place it on top of these 2. Your twisting should always be the same direction. If it's going in or it's going out, it should be just one direction so that the sides will look all the same. Okay? Because if you're twisting it in different directions, I have a feeling it will look horrible. Okay, so now there. After you twist and put it inside the 2 black, you remove the 2 blacks and you let that orange fall under. And then you close. Okay? Then now you put back the 3 bands. 1, 2, and 3. Okay? Now you go to the other side and repeat the same step. Go to the other side. Okay? Now there. So you go and get the 3 bands from this side again and put them up. Always get the one at the bottom. Okay? Now, you twist again and put it in the middle. So twist and then place it in the middle like that. Remove the first 2 and let the orange fall under and close. Then you put back the 3. Put back the 3 here. Okay? So, you've got 1 there. Okay? And your next step is to add your next pair of color. So it depends on what you want to add. It really is up to you, but you can tell, because if you start moving your bands this way, you can tell what pattern you're supposed to do. Okay, so pink, blue, whatever color pattern it is, just add your next band here. So for me, I'm going to be switching to my pink now because I already have my 2 oranges. So I have 2 oranges, 2 oranges, and 2 pinks. It's always going to be 2 for me each time. So I place my 2 here. I remove the first 2 again. Then I just let those two drop under and then close. Okay, so once again, you can move this pink under going to this side, or you can just hold it here. Just remember that it's for the other side. So you have 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, always 4. Okay, after you add the 2 pairs, remember to lock. So you add your next black and unloop the 4 bands again, 1 2 3 4, and reclaim 1 and 4 again. Sorry, number 4, come here, number 4 and number 1, and close. Okay, so 2 lock, 2 lock. Okay, so now that you have 4 again, you will lift the 3 bands again. These 3 bands, you lift them up again, and then you get the next one and twist it again and over the 2 blacks like this in the middle there. Then remove these first 2 again and let the orange drop underneath like that. Ta-da! Then you put the 3 back. Then repeat it at the other side. So you go and repeat the other side. Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. Okay, so you now have the 4 again, and you will again lift the 3. These 3 bands, you lift them up again, and then go and work on the most bottom. Twist it again over the 2 blacks. Remove the first 2 blacks and let that orange drop again, and then you close. And then you put this 3 back down. See? You're getting it very well. So now that you have 3 only, you will add 2 again. So you will add the next 2 on top. Remove the first 2 blacks with those 2, close. And then remember, you move one of these again to the other side like that. Okay, and then lock. So you get your black, unloop the 4 bands, and then reclaim bands 1 and 4. 1 and 1 and close. Ta-da! See? And now you have 4 again. Okay, so you have the 4. You will again lift the 3 from this side, 1 2 3, and then now work on the bottommost band. Get it and twist it over the 2 blacks like that. Remove the first 2 blacks and let the orange fall underneath again and close. And then you put back the 3. And then you go to the other side. And play them off now. I'm having last song syndrome. It's in my mind. Ooh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. Ooh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. Okay, so you now have 4 again. So you lift the 3 again. These 3 bands, you lift them over. Then work on this one, twist, and over the 2 blacks. Remove the first 2 blacks and let the orange fall under. Ta-da! Close. And now you can put the 3 back. Ta-da! See how easy that is? Okay. So from my pink, I will go back to my orange zest. So it depends on your color combo really. Just remember 1, 2, 3, 4 bands. Then you add your 2 again and remove the first 2 and let those 2 fall under. And then move one of the bands to the other side. And then you lock. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. There. Okay. Then you lift the 3 bands again and get the one at the bottom and twist it over the 2 bands again. And then remove the first 2 bands and let that orange fall under. And then you close. And then you go to the other side. Okay, oopsie, it switched. The 2 bands switched, sorry. Have to fix it. There you go. Ouch, my nail. Sorry, I'm just trying to fix it. Sorry, I know it's messing it up in the screen. Sorry. Okay, so move to the other side. There we go. Oops, I didn't drop the other one. Hold on, let me just fix it. It's fixing the bands too much. Sticky. One second. These are supposed to be here. They might confuse you, that's why I have to fix it. Okay, there. So now you go to the other side again. I'm doing enough now. I can't get out of my head. Okay. So you have your 4 bands here. Remove the first 3, put them up. Then get the bottommost and twist it. Oops, sorry. Twist it over the 2 black bands. Remove the 2 black bands and let the orange drop. Pack. And then put back the other 3. I have a feeling you guys already get it, right? I think you guys are really smart. So if you can see, it's starting to form. Ta-da! Okay? It's starting to look like this. It's super easy, right? So I'll just do it about 3 more times before I show you how to close it. So you get your next pair, which for me is going to be orange zest again. So you get 2 more. Remove the first 2 and let the 2 drop and then close. And then move one of the orange zest to the other side and lock. 1, 2, 3, 4. Reclaim 4 and 1. 4 and 1. Close. Move the first 3 up to the other side and work at the bottommost. Twist and shout. I'm just kidding. On top of the 2, remove the first 2 and let that pink fall off and place the other 3 back. And then you go to the other side. You move the 3 out of the way again. Bottommost band, twist over the 2 blacks. Remove the first 2 and let the pink fall off and close. And now put the other 3 back down. See? It's so easy. Super love this. It's so easy. Okay, so anyway, I think there's no point for me continuing how to show you, but just to continue. So now, if you have already reached the length that you want for this, all you have to do is to just continue locking it every time you twist. No more adding of 2 bands. So we just twisted these 2, right? So instead of adding 2 more in the middle, you just lock it. So you get another lock, unloop the 4, and then get bands 1 and 4, close. Okay, and then lift the other bands that you have and just always work at the bottommost band. You twist it over again on top of the 2 blacks, release and close, then put these 2 back, then go to the other side. Sticky. These cylindrical black bands are sticky. So get the other 2 back up Lift and twist to the center. Release and close. Then go back down. Then you lock that again. No more adding of bands because we're about to finish. Then reclaim 1 and 4. Then you go and bring this up again. Work on the bottommost band, lift and twist and over the blacks. Release and close. Then move this back down. And then work on the other side. Lift the other one, work on the bottommost, lift and twist over the 2 blacks. Release and close. Then put the last one back down. And you will lock this again. Get a black, unloop the 4, pick up 1 and 4, and close. And get your last one, and lift and twist. Drop, and close. Then go to the other side. Lift and twist over, release and close. See? There you go. Now if you want, you can already lock this with your C-clip. Okay? So it's really super duper easy, and I love it. I love how it looks. It's a very nice, masculine and very dynamic design. Okay? So this is the super beautiful SHEWIT bracelet, okay, created by the amazing duo Loom's Passion. Okay, super nice. I love it. Super cute. Okay, so SHEWIT created by Loom's Passion, and when you make it, please don't forget to hashtag Jace Alvarez, SHEWIT bracelet, and Loom's Passion. I'll see you in my next tutorial. Bye.